A big hello from me, welcome to Paul Rolls Dice and welcome to another Metal Gear Solid the board game video. And as we all know, the campaign is over. We completed our first playthrough of the Metal Gear Solid board game, the Shadow Moses campaign. So I thought we'd do a little extra video, a bonus video, ranking all of the bosses in the game from least favourite to favourite. Now, I will go on record and state, I absolutely love every single one of these bosses, but there is a ranking system from least favourite to most favourite. So we're going to dive into that. Here are all of the bosses lined up in chronological order, I should say, and we'll take a look. And please remember, everyone, this is a totally subjective list. I will prefer bosses that you may not prefer, and vice versa. We've all got our own list, but we're all enjoying the game and we're all having fun. So please take that into consideration when I've done this list. So let's dive in. In 8th place is the Vulcan Raven battle. We will put him there. So it's not that I didn't dislike this fight. It was very fun. It felt very thematic. As the mission goes on, it gets more difficult and Raven runs around the map a lot faster. It just felt like it dragged on a little too bit, if that makes sense. I remember when I was recording it, there was a lot of downtime editing and fast forwarding that I had to actually do to kind of speed it up, and it did end up being one of the longest videos in the series. Again, still fun, but out of all of them I did have to put something in last place, and it is Vulcan Raven. So next, in 7th place, we will give it to the Hind D helicopter gunship battle. Again, I did enjoy this. The mechanics of the helicopter swerving in the left direction or the right direction around the map, and you had to actually rotate the map, which is a little bit of a logistical nightmare, as you probably saw during my playthrough. But there's something just a little bit too tame about the boss deck. It was very, I know all of the boss decks are about learning the patterns, but it didn't have as much variety as some or most of the other boss decks in the game. But it did feel nice when you landed a Stinger missile in one of the sweet spots on the helicopter to deal massive damage. I will give credit there. It is still a very thematic, very fun boss, but that will be my 7th position. So moving on, 6th boss, and that will be the first one, the tutorial boss, whatever you want to call it. It is Revolver Ocelot. So this boss introduces us to the mechanics of a boss stage, not just a sneaking mission. Again, very, very thematic. He's always got his front facing towards you. He protects his back. He can ricochet his bullets around the arena. You've got to balance the danger of Ocelot, but also the small health pool of President Kenneth Baker in the middle, and if he takes a certain amount of damage, it is game over and you do have to go again. His boss deck is very, very fun. He's running around the map. You kind of need to chase him like you do in the video game. If you go this way, he'll go this way. He'll always move away from the active player, and his reactions are very, very cool as well. Anytime he takes X amount of damage, he will react, and it most likely it results in him being able to shoot you from wherever he is. He doesn't need line of sight. He just bounces those bullets across the walls. So Revolver Ocelot is there. Next boss. In 5th position is the absolute Chad himself, the Cyborg Ninja boss battle. Now, maybe this is because of how I played the mission. For any of you guys who did watch my playthrough, you kind of saw that I didn't really run around the map. I didn't really explore what the boss battle had to offer, and I will be definitely doing so in the New Game Plus 1. Stay tuned for that. We will be playing again very, very soon. But I think if I'd have put more time into running around the map and utilising the ninja's ninja tokens, where he's in hiding and you've got to go around the map and investigate the tokens to find him and then deal more damage, maybe I would have enjoyed it more. But how I played it, I kind of saw an opportunity to just stay in one place and just absolutely left, right, good night the Cyborg Ninja. I just wanted to wail on him, deal as much damage as I could and also mitigate damage by chomping down on rations. So that's probably a detrimental factor on my side of playing it. I didn't really get to use him how he should have been played, and some of the people in the comments did pick up on that, and I totally understand. I should have run around, I should have enjoyed the boss battle more, but for now, Cyborg Ninja is there. Maybe he'll change in a future playthrough, but we will see. Okay, in 4th position, we are going to give it to... Oh, knocking the plane. the tank battle, the Abrams M1 tank. I'm knocking everything everywhere. These boards, god damn. So anyway, in 4th position is the tank battle. Again, a very thematic battle, just like in the video game. The tank is going to be going left, right, up, down. It's going to be rolling over Snake if he's in the way. It's going to be shooting with its guns. It's going to be blowing the heck out of us with its main turret as well. The mechanics play really well. A very, very dangerous boss battle. Probably one of the most dangerous boss battles. If you make a mistake, you are gone, because the damage output of the tank is just that high. And having to run around and restock your grenades and hit sweet spots on the tank, again, was really, really awesome. Similar to another boss that we'll talk about coming soon, and this one as well, hitting sweet spots. But yeah, overall, really, really good. I've put it in the mid-range because the next bosses that we're going to be talking about just shine through for me. We're way more fun. And speaking of way more fun, we have to give it to Sniper Wolf for the 3rd favourite boss. So again, the mechanics are really, really cool. I love how you have to spend your actions using your sniper scope to move your aiming token around the map, trying to spot where Sniper Wolf is. And if you are lucky enough to spot her, you can then roll some damage and she'll go into hiding again, and the cat and mouse chase begins all over again. It took me a few attempts to kill Sniper Wolf. I think out of all of them, Sniper Wolf was one of the most difficult bosses. But I just really enjoyed the mechanics, the theme of it. The snowfield map is beautiful as well. You don't really need to run around the map as much as you think you do. You do have to move a little bit, but if you can get into kind of like a sweet spot and stay away from her aim tokens by being in like a zigzaggy away from how she moves her token, you can stay put for quite a long time during the mission to try and absolutely punish Sniper Wolf. So I thought I'd put her in 3rd position. Coming in to the silver medal position, the 2nd most favourite boss. Most favourite? Is that? Yeah, it is. My 2nd most favourite boss is the big dog, is the Metal Gear Rex boss battle. Now, this battle is fun and brutal for a number of ways. For number one, first of all, you're fighting against a heckin' mech, which is cool in its own right. Second of all, this boss battle is the only one that utilises 2 boss decks. So not only do you have to contend with the standard moving and attacking and working out which card is going to show up next in the boss deck, you also have the special weapons deck, and this can be anything from a laser skimming across the board to deal damage to you, to guns firing at your face, to heat-seeking missiles. It is a very, very challenging boss, especially when you are trying to get around to this side of Rex to deal the most damage, where its defense is the lowest. If you're on this side, it is essentially impregnable. You need to go behind to the front, or ideally get to this side. Lots of health points. I think it was 20 health points for a single player run or a 2-player run or something. I can't really remember, but it was just a lot of fun. Really, really enjoyable, and it really lived up to the mech battle that you have in the video game as well. So Metal Gear Rex is number 2, and probably you guys could have guessed it. Let me know in the comments where you would put all these as well. But number 1, we are having to give it to Mr. Psychic himself, Psycho Mantis. Now, the boss battle itself, once you figure out the puzzle to unlocking the ability to actually deal damage to him, it's just kind of a standard battle. You're just dealing damage, you're running around, you're shooting him, you're punching him, you're doing what you need to do. But what you have to do to be able to get him in a killable state is absolutely incredible. Just like the video games, you've got to do some weird funky stuff, you've got to do codec calls, you've got to play around with the game mechanics, you've got to really explore outside of the box, and the board game does this absolutely fantastically as well. I couldn't believe how well they incorporated the mechanics of Psycho Mantis into a physical medium, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Most of you have probably watched my playthrough, so you know how it works, but just in case you haven't and you've dove straight into this video, I'm not going to spoil how you deal with Psycho Mantis. You can either explore that yourself or jump in to my playthrough. I'll leave a link somewhere anyway, so you can dive into the playthrough if you've not seen it already. But Psycho Mantis had to be on the number 1 spot for my favourite boss. Now, you've probably noticed I haven't added our lad Liquid Snake, because Liquid Snake doesn't actually have a canonical boss battle in the board game, but we did play a fan-made boss battle, and although it is fantastic, I thought I'd leave it to the official boss battles in the board game. Maybe I'll add him into the lineup at some point, but for now, you can take a step back. But that is all of the boss battles in the Metal Gear Solid board game, ranked from least favourite to favourite. Like I said, I enjoyed all of them, but I did have to rank them. This is how I've done it so far during my first ever playthrough. New Game Plus will be coming soon. Maybe they will be different, because during New Game Plus as well, not only are we carrying over the equipment we unlocked in the first playthrough, we're going to be playing with a higher player count as well. So it's not just Solid Snake taking on the game this time. We will have a lot more help from Meryl, from Otacon, from Cyborg Ninja as well. So, my friends, what do you think of this list? Do you agree with it? Is your list vastly different? Is it slightly different? Let me know how you'd rank these bosses yourself. I'll see you in the comments. Please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out. We're on our way to, I think, 1,400 subscribers, which is awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in a different way, I am an independent channel. None of these videos are sponsored. We do have a channel membership option as well. You unlock emotes, you get early access to videos, extra cool stuff that I'm trying to add along the way as well. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video and the next board game series. It is going to be awesome, I promise you. I will see you very, very soon.